friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Applied Forensic Science for Justice Student Group. My name is V. Vaishnavi, volunteer of Applied Forensic Science for Justice Student Group. Today we are going to know about forensic psychiatrist. Let's see the topics which we cover in this video are what is the forensic psychiatry and the role of forensic psychiatrist. Let's move on to the topic. Forensic psychiatry. Forensic psychiatry is a branch of psychiatry which deals with assessment and treatment of offenders in prison, secure hospitals and community with mental health problems. It requires a sophisticated understanding of links between mental health and law. It may include psychiatric consultation in wide variety of legal matters like expert testimony, clinical work with perpetrators and victims. Let us see the difference between what is a psychiatrist and forensic psychiatrist. A psychiatrist is a medical doctor who has completed several years of additional training in understanding, diagnosis, and treatment of mental disorders. A forensic psychiatrist. A forensic psychiatrist is a psychiatrist who has additional and experience related to the various interferences of mental health with law. Role of forensic psychiatrist. Here we can see the flowchart of forensic psychiatrists in various ways they are involved in, like criminal matters, child custody, competency to do things, treating and working with mental ill people who get in, civil litigations, helping victims of crimes, etc. Nature of work. Forensic psychiatrist must balance the need of each person assessed or treated with the risk of harm to others, including the person's own family and associates. They need expertise in assessing and limiting further harm to patient or others, and also highly developed multidisciplinary clinical and interagency skills. They also provide specialist advice to the courts, the probation service, the prison service, and psychiatric colleagues. Court work. Forensic psychiatrists regularly provide expert witness evidence to the courts at all levels. Psychiatrists in other specialties may also have sufficient training to do this, but more commonly, forensic psychiatrists are called to the higher courts, including Crown Courts or Court of Appeal in more serious criminal cases such as homicides, other serious violence, sex offending, and in civil matters. Areas of experts required include advice to the courts on the available psychiatric defenses, defendants' fitness to plead and fitness to stand trial, level of security required to treat a patient and manage risk, etc. Forensic psychiatrists work with the courts in evaluating an individual competency to stand a trial, defenses based on the mental disorders, and sentencing recommendations. The two major areas of criminal evaluations in forensic psychiatry are competency to stand a trial and mental state at the time of offense. Competency to the stand a trial. The CST is the competency evaluation to determine that defendant has mental capacity to understand the charges and assess their attorneys. The evaluations must assess a defendant's ability to assess their legal counsel, meaning that they understand the legal charges against them, including the roles played by the defense counsel, prosecutors, judges, and jury. Mental state opinion (MSO). Mental state opinion gives the court an opinion and only an opinion as to whether a defendant was able to understand what he or she was doing at the time of crime. Much of the forensic psychiatry is guided by significant court rulings or laws that bear on this area, which include these three stands. M. Norton's rule excuses a defendant who, by virtue of defect of reason or disease of mind, does not know the nature or guilty of act, or if he or she does not know that the act is indeed wrong. Durham's rule excuses a defendant whose conduct is product of mental disorder, Alice test. Forensic psychiatrist as an expert witness. Forensic psychiatrists are often called to be expert witness in both criminal and civil proceedings. Expert witness gives their opinion about specific issue. Often the psychiatrist will have a prepared detailed report before testifying. The primary duty of expert witness is to provide an independent opinion to the court. The expert will be asked to inform an opinion and to testify about that opinion, but in so doing will explain the basis for that opinion, which will include important concepts, approaches, and methods used in psychiatry. Expert witness role. The expert witness role differs in significant ways from that of treating clinician. The two fundamental forensic questions: source of consultation, scope of consultation. The first question an expert witness must ask is, for whom am I working? The expert witness, in contrast, working for retaining the person or agency. The latter in both the employer that gives the expert standing to present an opinion and a source of potential bias. Scope of consultation. The second question for the expert witness is, what, if any, is the psychiatric expert of this case? Some attorneys are regrettably unclear regarding the nature of psychiatry and what a forensic consultation can reasonably provide. Attorneys may want psychiatrists to fulfill certain roles such as that of lie detector, illness curer, mind reader, or mind changer, which lie outside the purview of modern psychiatry. Consultation work. Forensic psychiatrists will need to be competent to provide a detailed assessment, including advice on risk of harm to others, including use of structured risk assessment or professional judgment tools, risk management, expertise on the pharmacological and psychological treatment, approaches to the violent behaviors associated with mental disorders, etc. They must participate in regular audit within the outside facility, thus helping to improve the quality of service offered to the patients. Teaching and training is also an important part of work, etc. Forensic psychiatry report content. A forensic psychiatrist should write the report in simple, straightforward language, remembering to avoid jargon particular to his field and therefore unfamiliar to the common reader. The purpose should be reflect the expert's vast knowledge of psychiatry and the variation of legal system, as well as pay homage to the importance of truthfulness. A proper effective report will include the below components: the name of the individual who requested the evaluation, the questions that the report will answer, the informational sources on which the forensic psychiatrist is basing evaluation, the guidelines and warnings, and the details of information gathered by the evaluator, source, the evaluator's observation of examine, etc. Case list. Forensic psychiatrists should keep a list of cases in which they have been involved. When an attorney is interviewing a prosecutive expert witness, he or she asks for a list of cases on which psychiatrist has worked or provided testimony. Thus, such a list can be a useful marketing tool. In addition, Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 26A2B requires that the list of cases which expert has provided testimony in past 4 years be submitted in any federal case along with the expert's report, CV, etc. The list should be include the name of the case, court in the which the case was headed, the date, and 2 to 3 word description of the case. Psychiatrist can always provide the additional information such as the name of the retaining attorneys or site for which they were retained upon request on a case by case basis. Thank you for watching our YouTube channel. If you like, please drop a like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel Applied Forensic Science for Justice Student Group.